Drag-Ogham is a mythic variant of the ancient Irish Ogham script. It honors the same forest, the same trees, but speaks a different truth. Where traditional Ogham aligns with poetic wisdom and druidic cosmology, Drag-Ogham speaks the path of the dragon slayer. Each letter is transformed into a living force, a tree, a weapon, a spirit guide in the war for soul sovereignty. This isn't just a writing system, it's an alphabet of sacred resistance, a system for those standing at the edge of myth and modernity, facing dragons both seen and unseen. Drag-Ogham does not ask for belief, it demands presence. It speaks in the language of courage, grief, truth, fire, and water. It remembers what the world tries to forget, that every soul is born into a sacred war, and that the forest remembers how to fight.
Though Drag-Ogham shares its form with the original Ogham alphabet, its meanings are reborn. These are not just trees of lore, they are tactical powers in spiritual warfare. Baith, the birch, is no longer just about beginnings. It becomes the Slayer's first step into initiation, the crossing into mythic selfhood. Dare, the oak, is not just nobility, it is moral authority rising against tyranny. Each stave now counters a dragon's tactic: despair, manipulation, lawfare, misinformation, shame. Drag-Ogham is a response to modern soul wounds through ancient archetypal power. Where original Ogham may speak softly through nature, Drag-Ogham speaks through the moment the Slayer draws their sword and enters the storm. It gives the forest back its fire. It gives each tree a voice in the struggle for truth, justice, and healing.
The dragon is not just a beast. It is the embodiment of the systems that enslave spirit and distort reality. In the Drag-Ogham system, it operates through 26 tactics, one for each letter. These include tyranny, taxation, silence, forgetting, addiction, surveillance, and other subtle or overt tools of domination. The dragon siphons vitality, twists language, erodes dignity, and turns society against soul. But each Drag-Ogham stave offers a precise counterforce, one that does not mimic violence, but reclaims power. These are not spells of escape, but strategies of restoration. Each tree stands as a spiritual antidote to the poison it names. Every letter reveals a hidden truth and reawakens the Slayer's response, not in reaction, but in mythic clarity. The dragon uses systems. The Slayer remembers symbols.
Drag-Ogham is a language of initiation. Each stave is a portal, a test, a teaching, a return. You do not merely learn these letters, you are transformed by them. They become meditations, rituals, shields, blades. Moon, the vine, untangles deceit. Idha, the aspen, breathes through fear. Kal, the hazel, drinks from the well of truth beneath the noise. Each letter holds mythic resonance, practical reflection, and personal application. As a divination tool, Drag-Ogham doesn't offer surface-level fortune-telling. It initiates dialogue with your deeper self. It challenges, reveals, and empowers. Whether you draw one letter for a day's insight or walk through all 26 as a full initiation path, Drag-Ogham becomes a living oracle, not to predict your future, but to call you back into your mythic role. The Slayer is not passive. The grove does not sleep. Drag-Ogham can be used as an oracle deck, a meditative alphabet, a spiritual mirror, or a magical toolkit. It fits into daily ritual, creative practice, activism, healing, and personal myth-making. You might cast letters in the morning to meet the dragon's tactic you'll face. You might journal with each stave, mapping out its energy in your life. You might carve it on wood or wear it as a talisman. The system is flexible but not shallow. Each letter holds layers of myth, tree lore, resistance magic, and psychological depth. Drag-Ogham doesn't ask you to worship trees. It asks you to listen to them, to meet them as living archetypes and fellow warriors. Over time, the staves become friends, voices, echoes. The alphabet becomes a forest again, one you carry with you into every confrontation with the dragon.
The Drag-Ogham Grove is more than metaphor. It is a mythic place of return. It is the forest behind the world, where each tree holds a truth you were told to forget. The dragon thrives when people forget their sacred names, when they stop speaking their own soul language. Drag-Ogham restores that language. It names the wounds the world cannot name and gives you the medicine hidden inside them. It is not gentle, but it is kind. It will not coddle, but it will stand beside you as you remember who you are. This is not a system of entertainment. It is a map for awakening, a code for resistance, a path toward wholeness through fire, grief, clarity, and myth. Drag-Ogham invites you into your true role, not as a victim of the dragon, but as a sacred slayer, a grove walker, and a speaker of ancient truths that never stop burning.